Okay, so today we're going to take a little trip deep into a bustling jungle. But we're not here for the usual sights. We're here for the real estate. Seriously, because in this jungle, there's a housing market so wild, so competitive, it makes ours look like a walk in the park. So let's dive in. Just imagine that for a second. You hear that shout echoing through the canopy. 1 million leaves. What on earth could possibly be worth that much? It sounds absolutely insane, doesn't it? Well, that, my friends, is the sound of a market hitting a total fever pitch, and it all centers around one thing. And there it is, the banana house. For the monkeys living here, this isn't just a place to live. Oh no, it is everything. It's success, it's status, it's security, all rolled into one. If you own a banana house, you've made it. But actually getting one, well, that's a completely different story. To really understand this obsession, we have to go right to the heart of it all, the auction block. This is where dreams are made, where fortunes are lost, and where prices, well, they just go bananas. But this brings up the most important question of all, right? We see the price tag, but what's the real value here? How does an item get so expensive that the price seems completely disconnected from what it actually is? It all starts with the opening bid. So the bidding kicks off, and it is already sky high. 400,000 leaves. I mean, that is an enormous amount of money, enough to feed a monkey family for years. You'd think that would be the absolute limit, but in this market, that's just the starting line. And then, boom, in just a few seconds, the price more than doubles. It hits a mind-boggling 1 million leaves. How is that even possible? What is driving this absolutely incredible surge? To figure that out, we have to look away from the auction and go straight to the source. Okay, so the real question isn't just why the monkeys want these houses so badly. It's why there are so few of them in the first place. And it all comes down to a really basic fundamental economic idea. Scarcity. It's as simple as that. When a lot of people want something that barely exists, its value can just shoot through the roof. And in this jungle, the monkeys have a very simple way of explaining it. It's the mantra they all live and breathe. Banana house rare, banana house valuable. This simple little piece of logic is the engine that drives this entire crazy market. But what makes them so rare? You see, these houses don't just grow anywhere. They only grow on the highest, most dangerous branches. The conditions have to be absolutely perfect, which hardly ever happens. They have to be picked in a super short window of time, and they're constantly at risk from storms and pests. This incredible natural scarcity sets the stage perfectly for a frantic market. And when you take that intense, desperate demand and you slam it head-on into an incredibly tiny supply, you get the perfect storm for a bidding war. This quote just nails the psychology perfectly, doesn't it? It stops being about just wanting a house. It becomes about the sheer terror of being the one left behind, of never getting a chance again. This powerful emotion, this is what we call FOMO. The fear of missing out. This whole thing becomes a psychological chain reaction. One high bid suddenly makes everyone think, oh, I guess that's the new normal price. Then the FOMO kicks in, logic flies out the window, and the bidding climbs past any point of reason. And in the end, the winner isn't the one who got a good deal. The winner is just the one who is willing to overpay more than anybody else. So why does a story about monkeys and banana houses matter to us? Well, because this isn't just a story about a jungle. It's actually a perfect metaphor for things we see in our own world every single day. Let's just draw the lines here. The banana house, that could be any hot asset. Real estate, a new stock, you name it. The leaves, that's just money. And that crazy monkey FOMO, that's what economists call speculative demand. And when you mix all those things together, you can create something called a bubble. A speculative bubble is basically what happens when the price of something gets totally detached from its real practical value. People stop buying it for what it is, and they start buying it for what they hope it'll be worth tomorrow. They're buying the hype. And the really dangerous thing about any bubble is that eventually they pop. So if you boil it all down, it comes to this. Scarcity can absolutely make something valuable, but it's our own psychology, our fear, our excitement, our speculation that can push those prices into another galaxy, creating a bubble that has almost nothing to do with the actual thing being sold. And that really leaves us with one last question to think about. The next time you see the price of something, whether it's a house or a stock or even a collectible, just skyrocketing, it's worth taking a step back and asking yourself, is that price based on real value, or is everyone just going a little bit bananas?